Hi, I'm Robbie Lawler.
What's up, Fight family? This is your favorite MMA coach, Thiago Alves, the Pitbull.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Pedro Munoz.
Mike Brown.
Guys, I am Alexei Olenik, and welcome.
And welcome.
And welcome
And this is We Want One Picks.
And you're watching We Want Picks.
to We Want Picks.
We want picks.
To We Want Picks.
To We Want Picks. Hi, everybody from American Top Picks.
And we are live. What is going on, guys? Welcome to the stream. My name is Jacob Ribas, newly husband of Amanda Ribas. We're excited to watch her fight today. This is the Amanda Ribas stream. If you guys are new, make sure you like the video. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe. And if you really like the video and you like being a subscriber, go ahead and become a member, because right now, if you become a member, I instituted this thing. I have a lock of the week thing. I instituted this thing of if Amanda Ribas wins and you are a member and you commented on my lock of the week video, you're going to be entered to win $50. So you might want to become a member. First of all, let me get this out of the way because we got to thank our. We got this slide first. Make sure you go to wewantpicks.com/bets. Sign up. We'll send you $50 free. All you got to do is sign up, make a deposit, fill out the form, do what you got to do. I got to do this Angelo stuff out of the way first. Next, this stream and all of our streams and all of our videos are brought to you by EarnU. EarnU is the world's first for sports and esports prediction game, allowing you to earn crypto risk-free. Check them out at earnu.io. We want to appreciate our sponsors. I want to appreciate you guys for joining me today. It's just me today. No Angelo. He's doing the, he's got all sorts of excuses. Oh, I can't do this. I can't do that. He's moving, right? So he moved into a new house. He's getting everything set up. So he said, hey, we really want to pump up the viewers. We really want to get all the subscribers we can get. So I'm going to bow out and let you run the show. So my name is Jacob. I am going to pretend like I know what the hell I'm talking about for these fights, and hopefully we have some fun along the way. So there is no Angelo today. If you guys are here for Angelo, let me start pinning comments too, because we might not even talk about the fights. It might just be what the hell? It might just be me talking to you. I need that Ryan Hall hat. I appreciate that. I also have Ryan Hall trading cards. Since Angelo isn't here, we can talk about, honestly, we can talk about Ryan Hall all day, every day if you guys want to. I got these too. I mean, you guys have seen these before, I think. I have 5 of these. There was 5 left on Amazon. I grabbed them all. So if you guys want these, I'm selling these. 1 card, $10,000. Let me know in the comments if you guys want one. This is like the NFT. This is like a Ryan Hall NFT. One of these for $10,000 is going to be $100 grand in like 10 years. There's no way it's not. I got to try and figure out how to keep up with these comments too, because this app has all the comments and it really is like really kind of a mess. I'm used to like the YouTube app. So let me pull up the YouTube app here. Get this all situated. I have everything ready to go, I think. And then we're going to see what happens with this stream. This stream will be a successful stream if we don't get banned, if it doesn't get shut down. And that's really my only goals here. Not to inform you guys, not to anything except for just run the stream. Try not to get banned, because we might start pulling up some Amanda Ribas videos, some Instagram pictures. I don't know what's going to happen in the next hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, because this is the Amanda Ribas stream all the way. And if you guys are not on Amanda Ribas, we'll be seeing you. You're out of here quick. So how you guys doing today? Can you guys, I just want to make sure everybody can hear me okay. No issues with the stream. Graphics are there. It looks good on my side, but just let me thumbs up, thumbs down if you guys can hear me, everything. And then I guess we'll get rolling. I really want to kind of go through, so what I want to do today really is talk about, I kind of want to just do stuff like this, where we go through each fight, and you can tell me if you guys want to do this or don't want to do this, where we kind of go through each fight. Let's say the first fight is Maximov. There it is. Where we kind of go through here, and we kind of pick what we think the best value bet is for each fight. Does that sound like it'd be fun to you guys? Instead of like, because usually it's Angelo reading off the teleprompter. This person is a very, very good striker. This person is also a very, very good striker. And then this person also does the kicks. And then this person, believe it or not, they also do the kicks. And this person is a good grappler, good wrestler. And this person has very good takedown, 78% takedown defense. So that's usually how we do it. And then I just kind of chime in. Now I'm running the show, so we can do whatever the hell we want. So if you guys want to just kind of go through this stuff, we can. Or we can go back through the slides and stuff like that. Whatever. So, first of all, if you guys could like the stream, because Angelo told me if I don't get like 200 likes on this, I can't do this anymore. So, if you guys could like the stream, we really appreciate that. We're here to have some fun today. It's a little off the cuff, and we're going to see what happens. So, we can go into the first fight here. Let me see. Slide. Boom. 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 So the first fight is like, let me take this, hide this one off. Boom, boom. So the first fight of the night is kind of like, kind of bullshit if you ask me, as far as like for Nick Maximov. Do you guys agree that the Diaz brothers, not as necessarily Nick, but Nate, is kind of screwing Nick Maximov out of like some bigger fights and some bigger moments? This fight is going to be a great fight. But it seems like the UFC put it as the opener because Nate is causing so many issues with the UFC. Nick Maximov, wasn't he was the co-main, right? Wasn't he the co-main of the last time he fought of a fight night card? And now he's the opening fight of a card. It seems like the UFC is being like, all right, Nate, we can't do anything to you right now, right? We're trying to get you a fight. You keep doing this. You keep saying this. He was peeing on the PI center the other day. He's all right. Well, Nick's your boy. Guess what? Now he's an opener for a prelim card. So it seems crazy to me. As far as this fight goes, you know, so Angelo was kind of like dancing around. If you guys watch the Tuesday breakdowns, if you guys are new, we do breakdowns live every Tuesday night. I do a lock of the week video on Wednesdays. We do betting videos on Fridays. We have so much content. It's crazy. Nobody else has more content than us. And if they do, tell them to come see me and I'll put them in their place. So Angelo in this fight was talking about like Andre is going to, he's the better wrestler. He could out wrestle. And then Angelo was like, but I'm picking Nick Maximov. I hate the back and forth. Nick Maximov, I don't want to say should dominate this fight, but he's the better fighter in this matchup. Petroski is more explosive, but I think this is a Nick Maximov all the way. You guys can let me know if I'm wrong. Let me flip to the bets and see what you guys think as like the best value for this play. Oh my God, we got Joey T with a quick 199. Joey T is nobody supports this. No disrespect to anybody else out there, because I know there's a lot of people in here that are in here every single day becoming members, this and that, but nobody compares to Joey T, man. This dude brings it every single stream. $1.99. Petroski, hey, I'll put it up here. Petroski, my lock, an underdog of the night, New Jersey strong. So you're a little biased. That's fine. I understand. Hey, nobody understands biases more than me. And Petroski, I think he's going to be live, especially in that first round. That first round, Petroski is so explosive with his striking. It could be one of those Petroski, fake shot, big overhand rights, and Nick is just like, oh, God, and just eats it. But if this finds its way to the ground, Maximov is just so... He's so like precise in his grappling, right? He doesn't, it's just so fluid, where Petroski is like he explodes to half guard, then tries to explode to full mount, then explodes to try and take your back, where Maximov is very just, it almost looks like it's slow motion, but everything's just so methodical, and just the way that he moves, and he's so comfortable in his grappling. That's where I see the kind of the difference in this fight. So, take a picture if I'm wrong. You can call me out, Joey T. You're the biggest supporter we got, but there's no discriminating the wall of shame. If he gets smoked, we'll be seeing you on the wall of shame. So let me see. What do you guys think about the bets for this fight? This one is kind of interesting here. You can't see my cursor. Goes the distance. No is plus 105, where yes is minus 135. If you're going to play this, because I agree, I think this minus 350 for Maximov is a little bit wild. This is probably more like a minus 200, I would say. you know, with Andre's explosiveness, the first round could be very interesting for this fight. So I think the best value for this fight, if you don't really want to pick, because I wouldn't want to pick either one of these money lines, is probably does not go the distance. But I mean, that's a tough one to pick too, because Petroski knows what he's doing on the ground enough to stay alive, I would think. What do you guys think about that? I don't see Petroski calling out Kamzat. You need some balls to do that. Kamzat can't you outside anymore? What the fuck? What are we doing here, guys? Let me look here. Somebody said Nick by points plus 130. I think Petroski gets beat up in the beginning, but Alvarez has best of luck. So you kind of see it. So this is interesting here. So you actually think that Petroski gets beat up early, but then he was able to out-wrestle Maximov later. I actually kind of see it flip-flopped because Petroski is so explosive in his wrestling and in his striking, and we've seen him get tired before. He's not one of those guys that gets tired and like kind of quits, but we've seen him get tired, and he will take like some crazy shots when he gets tired. And if Maximov's on your back, he's one of those guys that you do not want Maximov on your back. So there's I like Nick to win by points. That's plus 130. This one, I don't know. I don't know if I see Maximov get knocked out, but Petroski in the first round for plus 1200. A little bit interesting. Maximov by submissions. Petroski by submission. That's kind of crazy. So these are the bets that really you can find some really, really good value in. Is the inside the distance, not necessarily for this fight, but fights in general, is the point spread and win inside the distance decision, no action. So this one right here is probably one of the best money bets, I would think. If you think Petroski is going to win, but you're a little bit hesitant on it, but you definitely think he's going to win a round with the wrestling, Andre Petroski plus 3.5, and this is a bet that you're only going to get on BetOnline as far as I know. You can get Andre Petroski plus 3.5 for plus 160. And what that means, if you guys are new to that, Andre Petroski only has to win one round. So if this goes to a decision and Andre Petroski wins one round on all three judges' scorecards, so it's a 29-28 win for Maximov, you are going to win this bet at plus 160. So if you guys are out there and you think that Petroski is the better wrestler and he can win at least one round with his wrestling, instead of, risking the plus 285, you're basically halving those odds for plus 160, and all he has to do is win a round. If I'm looking at this fight, I think Maximov wins, but if I'm looking at this fight, that's probably the best value. How do you guys feel? Nicholas said that's not a bad bet. I mean, I honestly think that that's probably the best value, scrolling through here for this, because I think Maximov is a little bit crazy at minus 350. I don't really trust Petroski's gas tank enough for the plus 285 money line, but that plus 3.5 is very interesting. Very interesting. And if you guys don't have a BetOnline account, let me go here. Let me go back to this. Boom, boom, right there. If you guys don't have a BetOnline account and you like that plus 3.5 bet, sign up. WeWantPicks.com/bets. We have an affiliate with BetOnline. You guys can sign up, make a deposit, fill out the form on our website, and we'll give you $50. So if you guys want, if you want to place that bet plus 160, you want to sign up and place a $50 bet on that, it's basically like a free bet. We give you $50 on it. I mean, that's something interesting to consider, guys. It's something interesting to consider. So that's kind of how I see on this fight. Any other opinions? What do you guys think? How do you guys see this fight? So put 1 in the chat for Maximov, 2 in the chat for Petroski. Let's see how it plays out. I think we're supposed to have a poll on We Want Picks, but that's kind of Angela's thing. I don't know what the hell I'm doing here, guys. I don't know what the hell I'm doing here, guys. Just put 1 for Maximov, 2 for Petroski, and we'll see how the people think. There's 1. Maximov is 1. Petroski is 2. Do a poll. The issue was, so I'm logged into We Want Picks on this, which is like the streaming app. I'm not logged into We Want Picks on this, and I can't make polls on my account for some reason, unfortunately. So it's scuffed, guys. I mean, this is a scuffed stream. We're just gonna have some fun with it. We're gonna have some fun with it. How many people in here? Oh my god, we already got 65 people in here. I apologize, guys. I apologize, guys. So it looks like a pretty clear cut from Maximov. So we'll go on to the next bet here. Let me boom, boom, boom. I mean, it's like riding a bike, guys. This is incredible. Like riding a unicycle, really. There's the stats. If you guys are interested in the stats, this is what Angelo's all about. Oh my god, 100% takedown defense. The guy's the best in the world. Angelo picked Maximov. I picked Maximov. I showed you the bet that I like. Let's move on to the next fight, which is, oh boy. So I've got a lot to say about this fight, because if you guys know me, do you post your picks on IG? I usually do. I think I forgot to do it this morning, but usually every Saturday I post my picks. I'll post them. Actually, I can probably post them right now if you want. Actually, let me focus on the stream. But I'll probably post them. But let me talk about this fight, because if you guys were in this stream 2 weeks ago, Carlos was my lock of the week. If you guys don't know what lock of the week is, every single week I give an underdog that I believe with 100% certainty in my mind that they will win their fight. This week it is Amanda Ribas for obvious reasons. I mean, she's going to dominate that fight, but we'll get to that fight when it comes. This fight, Carlos 2 weeks ago was my lock of the week. I felt great about it. The dude's a dog. He's got some wrestling. Just the tenacity. I didn't think that Tatsuro was going to be ready for the energy and he was an underdog in the fight, and I just love those underdog spirits of people that know they're an underdog and just going to come out aggressive. I thought that he was going to be able to put Tatsuro on his back foot and really win with his aggression in the fight and be able to survive any type of submissions that Tatsuro was going to throw up. 2 weeks ago, Carlos struggled with a weight cut, barely made weight at the very, very end, and then pulled out of the fight because he was sick. The fight got delayed a couple weeks. Now we are here again. Yesterday was weigh-ins again, and this time, Carlos missed weight. Not only did he miss weight, but he did not look good at all. Even in the face-off. So 2 weeks ago, if you watch the face-off, Carlos struggled with the weight cut a little bit, but if you watch the face-off, that dude was intense. He was looking at Tatsuro in the eye, doing kind of the LL Cool J, lip bite with the, like who do you think you are trying to fight me? And I love that energy. Even though it looked like he had a bad weight cut, it looked like he was mentally ready to go, and he was still sick. So he brought that energy while he was sick, barely made weight. You watched that weigh-in in the face-off yesterday. This dude looked like he didn't want to be there at all. I was big on Carl. He was my lock of the week 2 weeks ago. Now, I'm going with Tatsuro, man. Carlos looked like the weight cut was awful. He missed weight at the face-off. It was like he was just like looking at the guy. He was like looking down at the floor. The energy was off. Oh my God. I know that. So the thing that I prefaced that with Tuesday. So Tuesday, I obviously didn't know what he was going to look like at face-offs. And I said that mentally, Tatsuro was probably going to be a mess going into this fight because he's a young guy. He was supposed to make his UFC debut 2 weeks ago. He probably thought that he was going to fight and then leave and go back home. Now he had to stay in the States for another couple weeks. Who knows where he was staying at? These guys aren't like the fighters that are making $200,000 a fight. Now he has to get ready again to make a UFC debut. But I mean, all of that is shot now. I'm not. Did Carlos end up making? Did he end up making weight? I mean, that's good, but he looked awful doing it. I'm rooting for Carlos. Nothing against Tatsuro. If he wins, it'd be great because he's one of those young prospects, super young and very good on the ground. But if you guys were following me for the Carlos pick, I am going opposite now. Carlos is not the lock of the week. He is not the backup lock of the week. I am picking Tatsuro in this fight. I hope Carlos wins. If he does win, I'm going to tell you I told you so. Because I've been saying for 2 weeks that he was going to win the fight. But, man, I just didn't. Did you guys see the same thing? I just did not like that energy from Carlos. We'll see you, Josh Locks. I appreciate you tuning in for what you did. UFC, so here's I'll post this. Where's this comment? UFC paid for Tatsuro's stay at a hotel ever since. He's been sleeping good, training. That means nothing. Okay. That's good. That's good. You look like Smiling Sam Alvey. Hey, Elliot V. You look like you just got fucking banned, buddy. All right? We're not gonna tolerate that stuff. All right? I'm just messing with you, but please don't say that. It hurts my feelings. So yeah, you guys, Tatsuro is my pick. Let's look at the bets real quick to see if we find anything that we really like. It's probably gonna be, you know, a first round type bet. Let's see here. Does not go the distance. No, at minus 130 is actually kind of interesting. That's actually kind of interesting because Carlos with the weight cut, I don't know if he's going to have the cardio. Tatsuro is very, very dangerous on the ground. If this gets to the ground, I liked Carlos's ability to survive, but does not go the distance at minus 130 is an interesting one. Tatsuro by submission plus 180 is an interesting one. Let's see. Let's look at these bets that only BetOnline does. Inside the distance decisional action, that's pretty high for that. Carlos to win a round, I don't know if I love that either. He's my favorite fighter. It's a compliment. All right, I'll take that though. I like Sam. I got nothing against Sam. He just, you know, not the look I'm going for. I mean, when I look in the mirror, I'm thinking Ryan Gosling. I'm thinking Ryan Reynolds, Justin Timberlake's. You know, those are the guys I see when I look in the mirror. I don't feel, apparently you guys are seeing something I'm not seeing, but those are the topic. Jake Gyllenhaal. When I look in the mirror, I'm seeing a lot of Jake Gyllenhaal in the mirror. So, but yeah, let me know. Do you guys have a bet you guys see in this? I parlayed over 1.5. Let's see. I parlayed over 1.5 round on Maximov, Petroski, and Tatsuro. Over 1.5. Okay. So this is 2.5, so you must be at a different book, or they let you pick, because sometimes books will let you pick the round. Over 1.5 is probably pretty safe in this, because, I mean, even goes the distance is pretty much a pick-em. So Tatsuro by sub. I can see that. Plus 180, that's probably decent value. Jim Cramer from MSNBC. Are you saying that? Wait, are you saying that I look like Jim Cramer? There's no way, right? Bearded Ninja, there's no way I'm Jim Cramer, right? You're not talking to me. I mean, there's no way. If you're talking about me, I'm literally gonna ban you. So you better just say no. I was just kidding. I'll just slam you. Is Poirier Covington official? It doesn't sound like it. And if you're, listen, I like Colby as a fighter. I like Dustin as a person and as a fighter. If you are Dustin, I don't know why you're fighting Colby. There's bigger money fights out there that you can win if you're Dustin. If Dustin's fighting Colby, nobody thinks that Dustin's beating Colby, right? Right? Nobody's thinking that. Nobody's thinking that, right? There's nobody thinking that. But hats off to that. Would be a fun fight. I would watch the fight. I think that'd be a fun fight. I think Dustin would do decent. You know, because he can survive on the ground and stuff, but, man, I don't know why anyone would want to fight Colby, because Colby doesn't give a shit, man. He will just drag you down to the ground and be boring. So this is my fight. I think that you guys are probably pretty high on Tatsuro as well, for good measure. I know that I got destroyed 2 weeks ago when I made Carlos my lock, so I'm on Tatsuro's side. My parlay is all 3 girl fights to start round 2 at minus 200. Start round 2. You know, Ribas in my mind is going to pick up Caitlin, throw her out of the octagon, and get disqualified inside of 30 seconds. But we'll talk about that when the Ribas fight comes. Let's move on to the next fight, guys. If you guys are new and you guys are enjoying the stream, usually it's me and Angelo, but this is kind of like the substitute teacher running the show now. Things are getting a little wild. Things are getting a little loose. But if you like the stream, first of all, can you guys like the stream real quick? How many likes do we have right now? Probably not a lot. 34. I mean, come on, Jesus Christ, guys. Do I look like a 34-like streamer here? I need 100 likes. Please like the video, subscribe if you're new, and let's get into the next fight, because you guys love Angela Hill. That was Ariel's like dog of the week. By the way, Ariel Helwani, I don't know how long he's been doing Helwani's dog of the week. It's HDOW, Helwani's dog of the week. But if he just started that, can someone tell me if he just started that? Because I'm going to sue the shit out of him. I have lock of the week where I pick an underdog every single week. All of a sudden it's Hawani's dog of the week, and he picked Angela Hill, by the way, who is like the most disrespectful shit I have ever heard. Because Verna has been on Hawani's show, and Ariel told her to walk out to Island Boys. I'm an island boy. She walked out to that song. He put a picture of her on his wall behind, like I have these people. So he has a picture of Verna on his wall. She walked out to a song that he picked, like, this is for you, Ariel. And he picks against her for the dog of the week. That's the most disrespectful shit I've ever seen. That's like me picking against one of these people up here. Amanda, always lock of the week. Cubby, always like Ryan Hall. Come on, I mean, he's never lost in his life. Pat Sabatini. Darren Till. These are the best 5 fighters in the UFC. Maybe in UFC history by the time their careers are done. Could you imagine if I picked against one of these 5 people? He picked against Verna and picked Angela Hill. First of all, for everyone that is choosing Angela Hill, because there's a lot of people in Lock of the Week that are like, Angela Hill, Angela Hill, Angela Hill. For some reason, I have no idea. Verna is my girl. So if you're going to disrespect Verna, Till sucks. Guess what, Alexi? You banned. You banned. You talk shit about any of these 5? Lifetime ban, no questions asked. There's no questions asked on that. So Alex, everyone in the chat, say bye to Alex. We'll be seeing you, buddy. Especially, oh my God, it's a Patriots logo too. I literally am gonna ban you. I'm a Colts fan, so I'm literally gonna ban you just for that. Banned. There he goes. He's banned. Alex has been banned. So anyway, like I was saying, if you guys are so pro Angela Hill, I need you to tell me how she wins the fight. And don't say, I guess you can say by decision, which is like, that's the only way she's going to win the fight. But like, do you see her outstriking Verna? Do you see her do you really see her outstriking Verna? Verna that dropped one of the best strikers in the division in Amanda Ribas. Verna dropped one of the best fighters in UFC history in Amanda Ribas. And you think Angela Hill is going to outstrike Verna? You think if this goes to the ground that she's going to out-grapple Verna? Come on, guys. That's it. Verna's power is real. Thank you. Because you saw her drop Amanda Ribas, who is... Nobody drops Amanda Ribas. Amanda Ribas, has got one of the best chins I've ever seen. And, let's look at the bets here because I think Angelo... Wasn't Angelo talking up Verna Hill? Did Angelo pick it? Verna or Angela Hill, I can't remember, but I'm Verna all the way. I like Verna. I think she's a very, very good fighter. If this finds its way to the ground, Angela Hill's in big, big trouble. Even on the feet, I think Verna can win this fight. Angela's a good fighter that can survive. That's what she's known for, is just being able to survive. So let me go to the bets here, and I'll switch the screen over, and we can find a good value here because Angelo did pick Angela Hill. Okay, so put that on the screen. Thank you, Michael. Let me switch over to the bets. Let's see if we can find something of value. It's Amanda Ribas. I know, what's funny is it's supposed to, I know that's like the Portuguese way to pronounce it is Amanda Ribas, but she said in a video one time, hi, Amanda Ribas. Actually, in this video, I don't know if you guys know, first of all, but me and Amanda are very, very close. She sends me videos all the time. I'm not trying to brag. I'm looking at my phone now to find the video. I put in the Lock of the Week video, but...
Hello, Jacob. Amanda Ribas here.
So she did say Ribas there. But I don't know if this... Listen.
Hello, Jacob. Amanda Ribas. Hello, Jacob. Amanda Ribas. Hello, Jacob. Amanda Ribas.
What about this?
Kisses for you. Kisses for you. Kisses for you. Kisses for you.
So yeah, anyway. So she did say Ribas there. I understand it's Ribas, but she said at one time Amanda Ribas. So anyway, let's focus, guys. Lock it in, guys. Come on, let's focus. Come on. Let's focus on Verna, Angela Hill. You guys are getting me off track. Is it hot in here, guys? I gotta turn the fan on. Jesus Christ. Whew. I'm sweating now. Yeah, so what do you guys think about value here? So I'm on the Verna side. So Verna by points is interesting because if you got Verna at minus 205, she's probably not going to finish Angela Hill. So you can get better odds at plus 155 for the points. That's the way to look at it. If you guys are Angela Hill by points, plus 200, I wouldn't even take that. You know, just for chance. Angela Hill by points at plus 200, when you could just get a money line bet at plus 175, you might as well just take the plus 175. It doesn't make sense to try and chase by points in case something weird happens. It's not worth the extra risk, in my mind. Verna by armbar submission. Yeah, Verna by submission plus 250. So the odds makers are interesting here because they think the fight goes the distance, right? Almost 2-1. But that's pretty low, Verna by submission for plus 250. So it's interesting. It's a little conflicting. Let's see if we see anything else. Let's go back to the bet online, the inside the distance decisional action. So that's very telling, minus 400. Angela Hill 3.5 at minus 175. So even the odds makers think that this might be a 29-28 type fight for Verna because they have Angela just winning one round at minus 175. So almost a 2-1 dog is basically favored to win one round of the fight. So they think this is going to be a close fight. Obviously Angela Hill at plus 800. Honestly, the best value here, I mean, I hate to say it, but just the Angela Hill money line might be the best value because they think that the odds makers are basically telling you, right, that 3.5, they think that this is going to be a 29-28 decision. So if you think she can win, steal another round at plus 175, that's probably the best value. I think Verna's going to win, but that's probably the best value in my mind. How do you guys feel? Angelo looks different. Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you stop eating so many carbs, I guess. Let's go back to this screen. So Angelo today, what's up, Jacob? What's up, Kenny? Angelo is, I don't know what he's doing, man. He might be napping, eating some spaghetti. I don't know what Italians do, but he just moved into his new house. Congratulations to Angelo and his familia. Moved into his new house, so he's just getting everything situated. It would have been crazy. People running around, the background, would have been crazy. So he said, you know what, can you please, we need support for the channel. I understand that everyone likes you and nobody likes me. Can you just run the live stream? I said, you know what, I'll take one for the team. I got you, Angelo. I'll get us up to, by the end of the stream, we're probably going to be 10,000 subscribers, I imagine, by the end of the stream. So I'm Verna in this fight. A lot of people are Angela Hill. I understand, I guess. I just don't see where she wins the fight, guys. Verna is just so aggressive, so good on the ground. How do you guys feel? Let's move on to the next one. We have. Should I do I love imitating Angela. Hopefully Angela's not watching this. I should actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to text Angelo and be like, hey, just woke up from my nap. Couldn't turn on the live stream, sorry. Let's see if he responds. I'm going to send that. Just woke up from a nap. My bad. About to fire up the stream now. He is going to lose his mind. If he's not watching, I just sent it. If he's not watching, he's going to lose his mind. If you guys know Angelo, trust me, I know Angelo. That dude, you guys know. He's going to snap. He's going to turn on the stream so fast. We'll see if he responds. All right, let's focus up. We got this fight. Let's see. He said, nice try. I got the alert. That son of a bitch. If he didn't get that alert, though, that would have been pure panic. Angelo, a hothead. Yeah, let me leave this up here because this is 100% true. Everyone in the chat that knows, if you go at Angelo, he is going to come at your neck. He has no, I do that, but I'm joking when I do it, right? Nobody, I don't get upset. You guys, we could joke around, blah, blah, blah. I'll make your mom jokes and all this stuff, but Angelo, whew, he's built different, as they say. So let's move on. Michael Johnson, Alan Patrick. This is another one. If you guys watch the weigh-ins, did anyone else think that? So Alan Patrick in this picture that you're looking right now, that's not the Alan Patrick that was at weigh-ins, right? That is not the Alan. That guy right there in that picture was not at weigh-ins. It looked like Alan Patrick's grandfather at weigh-ins, right? Did anybody else see that? Does anybody else watch weigh-ins besides me? I always watch weigh-ins. And that's the first thing I saw was, who the hell is this guy imitating Alan Patrick? Like some guy just like walked in off the street. Holy shit. He's got like, his hair's all gray now. His face was just like super sucked out. And then when he got off the scale, he went to his knees. I thought he was passing out, but he did like some like pose or whatever. But sheesh. Thanks for the shout out, Jacob. Last week, Jake, I picked Journey Newsom for my lock of the week. Hey, if you guys pick it, I'll give credit where credit's due. But trust me, the second I get a lock of the week wrong, the second I get the lock of the week right, which is going to be this week with Amanda Ribas, that wall of shame is going to turn from friendly to it's not going to be friendly anymore. I'm going to be like, you stupid motherfucker. I can't believe, because that's how people act to me. And it's so funny about lock of the week is when I pick in the lock, it's always an underdog. And people will be like, when my underdog loses, they'll be like, I told you the so-and-so was going to win. Yeah, dumbass. He or she was the favorite. They're supposed to win. Like, what do you... Of course they're supposed to win. Like they're the smartest person in the room. Oh my god, your lock of the week lost. I knew the other person was gonna win. Yeah, they're the favorite. You and everyone else thought they were gonna win. So, anyway, what's up, Omni King? We appreciate you stopping by. No Angelo today. I know that's upset some people, but anyway. Alan Patrick to me looked awful on the scales. This fight, I actually wanted to pick Alan Patrick in this fight before Tuesday's video because he's supposed to be like the dangerous guy, right? But his last fight combined with his weigh-ins on Friday is like, what are the odds now? Hold on, let me see. I actually have this on the stream too. So the odds now for the most part, where is it? Alan Patrick, plus 130, plus 130, plus 125. I'm actually surprised they didn't move more because his performance last fight was not great. He was just like doing wild spinning back fists, wild this, just spinning like a top. His takedowns were awful. I don't know if he even got a takedown, but his takedown attempts were like, holy shit, what the hell is this guy doing? It looked like Mackenzie Dern's early takedowns. If you guys remember Mackenzie Dern, she's decent at it now, but Mackenzie Dern's takedowns early were like, holy shit. It almost looked like, actually, I'm not going to say it. I was going to disparage Ryan Hall, but I mean, the guy's the best wrestler in the UFC. It looked like Mackenzie Dern early takedowns. And if you combine that with him, and he literally almost died after the first round of his last fight. He was sitting down, not on the stool. He was sitting down on the canvas in between after the first round. It was just sitting there, just gasping for breath. If you combine that performance with how he looked at the weigh-ins on Friday, I'm just saying, I understand Michael Johnson is 19-17, but he's very, very talented and is really only lost. I mean, I don't want to say only lost, but he loses to a lot of good people. This should be a Michael Johnson play all the way, unless unless Alan Patrick is able to get a takedown early in the first round. The guy's probably going to gas, and Michael Johnson's going to be able to do whatever he wants to do. This is Michael Johnson's fight to lose. But at the same time, how can you really trust Michael Johnson? Yeah, I mean, 19-17, what name? Yeah. I want to say that this is Michael Johnson's fight to lose, but this is almost like the last week with Shogun and I almost said OSP, where you have no idea what type of OSP is going to show up. You have no idea what kind of Michael Johnson is going to show up in this fight. So let me get to the bets here. How do you guys feel about this fight? Does Alan Patrick go for takedowns? I mean, it looks like he kind of does, but he's not a wrestler, right? He's a jiu-jitsu guy that if it finds its way on the ground, he's going to have the advantage. And maybe he comes in and looks different and does some different things. But literally last fight, it was just spinning back fist or spinning elbows. And then he would use that to like close the distance and then just like dive at a leg without like changing levels. It was like he would just run, like zombie run at somebody like, give me a leg, give me. Like a little kid, like when you like hold something out and they're just like, give me. Like he's like that, like at somebody's leg without like actually changing levels and going for a single into a double, transitioning. He's not a chain wrestler or anything. If the fight finds its way to the ground, you know, Michael Johnson could be in some trouble, but I don't know, man. But you can't really trust Michael Johnson. And this is exactly right. I mean, this sums up everything. Johnson should win, but wouldn't surprise me if he loses. It's what it comes down to. So let's look at the bets here and see if we can find something that we like. Where's this one at? There it is. So minus 152 now. Over 2.5. So this could be an early fight. Goes the distance is basically a pick 'em here. I guess this one is a little bit interesting because Patrick is kind of the grappling submission guy, plus 650. It's a little bit of a flyer, though. I just don't know if he's got the energy, man. I just don't know if he's got the energy to pull off a submission. And Michael Johnson seems like he's good enough on the ground to knock it. I know he's got submission losses, but Patrick's got to get him to the ground early. I just don't know if he can. Let's see this. Let's look at these special bets here. Inside the distance, decision, no action. This one actually is a little bit interesting because I don't know if Michael Johnson's going to finish Patrick unless he gets like too tired and it's going to be like a TKO situation where he's just exhausted and the ref's got to stop the fight. But Patrick's dangerous on the ground. If you think it goes to a decision, I would imagine you're probably picking Michael Johnson. So to cover your bases, so instead of picking Alan Patrick at plus 132, you can basically get the same odds. But if he loses a decision, which he might against Michael Johnson, right? That's what they, because if you look at inside the distance, so they say it's going to go the distance. Stay with me here. I know I'm stumbling over my words. The odds makers are saying it goes the distance and that Michael Johnson's going to win. So they say that Michael Johnson's going to win a decision. So you're basically covering your bet there. But Alan Patrick, by submission or whatever, that's an interesting value there. That's how I see this. Plus 120 for inside the distance, decision, no action. If Michael Johnson wins the decision, you get your money back. But if Alan Patrick pulls off a Hail Mary submission or whatever, you get plus 120 odds on there. I think that's better than this, which is the 3.5 at minus 190, even though they think that that's what's going to happen. So it seems like the odds makers think Michael Johnson will win a decision 29-28. I would stay away from this. If you guys are asking my opinion on betting, first of all, don't listen to my advice. Second of all, I would stay away from this one. That's how I feel. How do you guys feel about this fight? Scroll through the comments here. I got Johnson. How much is Patrick by KO? Plus 650, which is actually kind of interesting that this is the same. I know he does some wild stuff on the feet, but yeah, avoid, coin flip. Yeah, I agree. This is just two guys that who the hell knows, honestly. Who the hell knows? Let's move on to Vivi and Andrea Lee, my girl, former Lock of the Week versus Vivi. Former Lock of the Week Vivi, who fought Caitlin as my Lock of the Week and beat Caitlin Chukagian. She beat her. I don't care what you guys say. Two judges. Let me break this down. Everyone's like so high on Caitlin. Oh my God, Caitlin. Oh my God, she's so much bigger. First of all, everyone's excuse, or most people's excuse for Caitlin against Ribas was, oh my God, she's so much bigger. And she's so much. Did you watch them at face-offs? It's like this. Their eyes were like this. She's not that much bigger. And Vivi was bullying Caitlin. So in their fight, Vivi on two judges' scorecards won the first round. So this is Vivi versus Caitlin. Vivi won the first round with striking in the first round by two judges. In the second round, I think all three judges or two judges gave Caitlin the second round when Caitlin was fully mounted for 3.5 minutes of the second round and tapped to a submission. She was taken down. It was off a kick. It wasn't like a full takedown. She was on her back, fighting for her life for 3.5 to 4 minutes of the second round. And then she was in a mounted guillotine, actually tapped. They showed the replay. She tapped. Oh, I didn't tap. She tapped, so she lost the fight. And judges gave her the second round because there was a minute left. She got to her feet, and Vivi was tired. She wasn't hurt, but her body language was like, all right, I'm pretty tired here because I just choked this girl out for 3.5 minutes. And the judges somehow gave Caitlin the second round and gave her that fight. It was the most ridiculous scorecards I've ever seen. How you could give Caitlin, please everyone go rewatch the second round of that fight. Caitlin just, and judges like, oh my God, she's doing so good by being able to still breathe. Let me give her that second round. It was ridiculous. Anyway, to this fight, I see this as Vivi's fight to lose if she fixed her cardio issues, because she's a very good striker, a very powerful striker. Andrea Lee is probably the more technical striker, especially in like the kickboxing with the kicks, with this and that. Vivi's going to have the harder shots. She has the wrestling and the grappling. If her gas tank holds up, I think she should, I don't want to say dominate this fight. I know it's a pick'em fight, but I think she wins convincingly if her cardio holds up. And that's a big question mark because we've seen people, she's one of those big, strong girls. We've seen it with big, strong girls. We've seen it with big, strong guys. It's hard to fix cardio. Some people are just born with cardio. You can work real hard on your cardio, but some people just cannot fix their cardio, man. And I'm picking Vivi. I'm picking Vivi in this fight, and I want to bet on her. I don't know if I can trust her cardio. It's almost like I want her to prove it to me that she fixed her cardio before I really dive in and bet on her. But I think she's very, very live in this fight, especially live for a finish. If this gets to the ground, if this does not get to the ground, the odds are 100% correct. This is a pick fight. I have no idea who's going to come out on the judges' scorecards if this goes to a decision in a kickboxing match. And Vivi is going to have the body language to where Andrea is probably going to be pressing forward and Vivi's going to be on her back foot. And although she's having success, the judges do not like that. So this has got to get on the ground, I think, for Vivi to have the best chance for her to win. Let me go to the bets here. Who do you guys see? Put 1 in the chat for Vivi and 2 for Lee. Because I'm interested. Because this is basically a pick'em fight. So 1 for Vivi, 2 for Lee. Let me know how you guys feel. Let me get into the bets here. Let me pull this up. 1, 2, 2, 2. So someone said, once again, this fight goes the distance. 3-1 favorite here that it goes the distance. So you could be correct in that pick. A lot of people think that it is definitely going to go the distance. A lot of people on Lee. Jill, the only person on Vivi. Wow. We got Bearded Ninja with 3. That's if you pick 3, that means you picked Ryan Hall, and congratulations on your promotion, Bearded Ninja. Vivi has the, oh my God, comments are going too fast. Vivi has the ability to have respect for her striking, rebounds. Whoa! I did not think that comment was going to take that turn. What the hell's going on here? Vivi has the ability to have respect for her striking. Rebus does not? Trina has beaten similar styles as Rebus, and oh my God. Oh my God, I've never been so disrespected in my life. What the hell? Let's look at these bets, because this is what actually. Ooh, they don't even have the 3.5 on here. I bet they don't put it for pick'em fights because they don't really know what the hell to do with the odds. So wins inside the distance, decisional action. If you're gonna play either one of these, this is probably the better value. Is Vivi? She's probably the more dangerous fighter all around. She's probably more powerful and definitely better on the ground. Inside the distance, I'd probably stay away from this stuff. Honestly, in a pick'em fight, guys, it's hard. It's really hard to go wrong with value. That's why it's a pick'em fight. It's whoever you think is going to win. Vivi now is the underdog, which I guess I understand. This is, in my mind, this is the better value. Who did Angelo pick? Do you guys remember who Angelo picked in this fight? I know he's like he goes back and forth. It's flip flop, this and that. Oh, I think this person's gonna win, but maybe this person's gonna win. Oh. Honestly, this probably is the best value. I know it's minus 300, but in a pick'em fight, this is kind of where you guys want to pick. And a lot of people are saying goes the distance. It's probably here. If you want to get a little bit better odds, over. Actually, that's worse odds. Why the hell is this worse than this? Does that make sense to you guys? Goes the distance, minus 300, over 2.5 rounds. This should be more than this, right? Because that's 30 more seconds they have to survive to win this bet. So why the hell is this bet worse odds than this bet? This should be easier odds than this. This should be minus 275, right? Am I stupid? Angelo picked Lee. Yeah, I figured. I mean, that guy's never been right. Never been right in his life. Never been right. Another mispick by Angelo. So, yeah, I'm on Vivi. Angelo's on Lee. Pick 'em fight for good reason. No disrespecting you. Where's this? Listen, I don't know if you're new to the stream. I joke around a lot. If I bring up your comment, it's all fun and games. No, I don't care. You can't disrespect me unless you call me Sam Alvey or Jamie Malarkey or Crackhead Eminem. Trying to think of what else. A lot of people, so I used to, if you guys see, I'm not a ginger, by the way. My hair is brown, but my beard is red, and I used to grow it out. And when I grew it out, every time I went anywhere, somebody would come up to me like, yeah, you look like Conor McGregor. And then I'd punch him in the face, just like Conor would. So I got Conor McGregor a lot. I'm trying to think of some other ones that I've gotten before. Monarchy. I don't know. You guys can put in the chat whoever you think I look like. So, but yeah, there's no hate here. No hate here. You can't disrespect me. I don't give a shit, to be honest with you. So let's move on to the next fight, guys. I think we're going a little slow here, but Jake Hadley and Alan Nascimento. Let me switch the screens here so you guys can see. Whoa! Jacob, what's your real height and weight, brother? We want to know. I weighed myself today. I'm 180 pounds, and I'm about a 5. If I go to a wedding, I'm 6 foot tall, and that's all you need to know. If I go to a wedding with my dress shoes on, not my heels, I'm not wearing 3-inch stilettos here. If I'm going to a wedding, I'm 6 foot tall. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, 180 pounds as of hour ago. So there you go. Now you know. You won. Jake Hadley, Alan Nascimentos. How do we feel about this fight? A lot of people were saying that Jake Hadley, did Angelo tell the story that Dana signed this guy, but Sean Shelby and a lot of people told him not to sign it because this dude's an asshole. He kind of looks like an asshole, to be honest. Prelims start at 6. Yeah, I think it's 6:30 Central, maybe. Something like that. But a lot of people were saying that Jake Hadley's an asshole. He kind of looks like it in the face-offs, but he did shake people's hands and stuff. So I'm hoping that this fight ends up on the ground because both these guys are very, very good grapplers. Nascimento is very dangerous on his back. Hadley is probably the better wrestler. I'm hoping that this fight ends up on the ground. That's fake news. Angelo heard it from Chael Sonnen. All right, that's fine. Fair enough. You look like a young Ryan Hall. Oh my! Look at that. Wow, kind of a little bit. That's the nicest thing anyway. I might pin this up and keep that. That's the nicest thing anyone has ever. The lock of the night is Caitlyn. So your lock of the night. Let me pin this. Let me get this straight. Lock of the night. Your lock of the night is someone that is the favorite. Congratulations. Wait, I didn't even finish this. Round 3 KO. I'll bet 5'9", and with long red hair, you look like Shirley Temple. Okay, well. It's been a fun stream, guys. I'm going to shut it down here. Shirley Temple. Okay. Okay. All right, Nick. You want to play that game, Nick? Okay, Nick. I got to be real careful here because we're live, Nick. Got to be real careful here. Anyway, let's get back to the fights, guys. I think Nascimento is just, this is in my notes here. I actually have this as like a pick'em fight. I think Angelo, oh my God. Joey T, come on, baby. Everyone like the stream for Sir Jacob. If you haven't joined the family, what are you waiting for? Also, the DraftKings ownerships for tonight is out on Discord. We have Discord, we have DraftKings, we got it all. Joey T coming in with a $9.99 supporting big nobody. I dare anyone to try and out-support Joey T. Nobody supports the stream more than Joey T. That's not being disrespectful to anyone that supports the stream. That is just straight up and honest. He is #1 OG fan. We appreciate you, Joey T. Everyone like the stream. If you don't mind, subscribe if you're new. Become a member if you haven't already. And let's skip right back into the fights. Jake Hadley, Alan Nascimento. I don't have a whole lot to say about this fight except for he looks like Paul Felder. I'll take that, the Irish Dragon. I like Paul Felder. He actually liked one of my tweets last week or the other week ago. So me and him are really good friends. The Irish Dragon. I'm a big Paul Felder guy. I like Paul Felder. He's a very good commentator too. Is he doing tonight? I'm trying to see who is it. Is it Bisping and Felder tonight? I hope it's Felder. I like Felder a lot as a commentator. But this fight, Jake Hadley and Alan Nascimento, guys, could look a lot like the Tracy Cortez Melissa Gatto fight. Nascimento is very, very dangerous off his back. And we saw that with Melissa Gatto. Very, very dangerous off the back. Melissa Gatto absolutely dominated that fight versus Tracy Cortez. But when you're a judge, one of those stupid judges that's sitting there watching the fight, and all you see is Tracy Cortez laying on top of Melissa Gatto, defending submissions, you're just thinking to yourself, oh my God, oh, look how good she's doing. Oh my God, she's on top. 10-9. Oh, very good, Tracy. You're doing great, sweetie. Those are judges. That's how judges see the fight. So when Jake Hadley is on top, if this finds its way to the ground, Jake Hadley is probably going to be on top. Nascimento on the bottom, threatening submissions. This could be a decision fight for Jake Hadley just because of the control. Tracy Cortez controlled Melissa Gatto. Tracy Cortez won that fight because she did not get submitted. That's how she won that fight. She didn't get submitted. What did Tracy Cortez do? She landed like 2 elbows from the top. In the stand-up, in the striking, she was pressured. Melissa Gatto got a takedown or 2 on her own, won a scramble or 2 on her own. Tracy Cortez was on top, didn't get submitted, and that's why she won the fight. I could see the exact same thing happening with Alan Nascimento. On his back, in his guard, being very dangerous with his guard, throwing up arm bars, triangles, and Jake survives and wins a decision, a bad decision, because he doesn't get submitted. That's how I could see this playing out. I'm trying to remember. Does anybody know who I picked Tuesday? I picked opposite of Angelo, I think. I'm trying to think who I picked. I think I picked Nascimento. A lot of people, there's some lock of the weeks for Nascimento. And he's also a shoot the box guy. So I think is Oliveira going to be in his corner? I think Charles might be in his corner. I think they posted a picture earlier this week of them together and stuff. So riding that wave, riding that momentum. I would be careful. Let's see if we can find a bet for this fight. Because I think it's closer than the odds say. Nascimento's probably the more dangerous guy, although Jake, also in his guard, is pretty dangerous as well. So, oh man, Sergio just got rocked by the bot. Rest in peace, Sergio. Gatto was lost in there. Whoa! You're not gonna comment that and just squeak by. Gatto was lost in there. She was threatening submissions the entire time off her back. Won a couple of scrambles, swept, ended up on top. In the stand-up, she won every single striking exchange. Lily Cortez, I think, landed 2 elbows off the top, and that was it. That's nonsense. Nonsense. Oh, yeah, we're going to look at the bets. Let's do this. Let me scroll here, see if anything catches my eye. This one actually kind of catches my eye a little bit. Plus 125 does not go the distance. Both these guys are pretty dangerous. pretty dangerous, I would say. There's a lot of pick'em fights for, now I don't want to say pick'em, but does not go the distance. There's Nascimento by submission. You see both these guys. It's interesting you see both these guys at plus 450, plus 475 submission because they're both submission guys. There's your points bet for Jake. Let's see. Inside the distance, decisional action. This one is probably the more interesting bet. Cortez just laid and prayed. 100%. 100%. Inside the distance, decisional action. So if you think Hadley is going to be able to control the positions and win the Tracy Cortez way, you would get your money back on this. So there you go. That's an interesting one to make there, I would say. Plus 3.5, minus 140 if you think you can just win one round. Judges are tough, man. Judges don't like when you just lay on your back, unfortunately. So winning a round, I would trust this maybe more than this. But what do you guys think? Kenny Ash, I think I want bacon. That does sound... I haven't had bacon in... I don't know how long. You know what's actually really good? I mean, this is going to sound stupid, but... And Angela would probably make fun of me. The, like a bacon double cheeseburger at McDonald's. Or if you get... I think you can get a McDouble with bacon on it. Because I think McDoubles are cheaper than the double cheeseburgers. A McDouble with bacon on it. McDonald's got some good bacon. It's crispy. Yeah, the lock is Rebus. We'll get there. But yeah, the lock is Rebus. 100%. 100%. Baked brown sugar, pepper, bacon. So I like the brown sugar. I don't know about with the bacon on there, right? I don't know. Dude, McDouble and mac sauce. I don't like mac sauce. I'm a simpleton when it comes to food and fast food. I don't like the mac sauce. It took me even a while. If you guys know Cane's, it took me a while to warm up to the cane sauce. I like it now, but I don't like dunk stuff in cane sauce. I just a little, and then that's how I like my cane sauce. But cane sauce is pretty good. But I like the brown sugar is good too. So let me see how you guys like this fight, because this is a pick'em fight. Hadley, Nascimento. Put 1 in the chat for Hadley, 2 for Nascimento. And let me see how this plays out. Rebus gave you a shout out, 100%. Man. Why did Jacob message me earlier saying he put down a bet on... Oh my God, Joey T, I can't believe you'd even put that out there. Unreal. Unreal, Joey T. Slander. I'll have my lawyers get in touch. I'm going to have my lawyers get in touch. Joey T is about to get sued out of his mind for just fake news. Hashtag fake news. Joey T. A lot of ones for Hadley. Nobody believes. There was a few people that put Nascimento as their lock of the week. There was a lot of people that had Nascimento as lock of the week. Hadley's first UFC fight. Yeah, he's a contender series guy, right? Minus 3.5 means Jake needs to win a unanimous decision. So that the minus 3.5 means if it's a unanimous decision on 2 judges' scorecards. He can only lose a round on 1 judge's scorecard, I believe. So that basically means you think that Hadley is going to just dominate the fight or win inside the distance. So it's kind of the opposite of the plus 3.5. So there's a lot of ones in here. You guys are on the Hadley side. I disagree a little bit, but I see this as a pretty close fight. He's a 2-1 favorite for a reason. Nascimento is probably the more dangerous fighter, but Hadley does have the control as well. So I understand the pick. I'm not going to fight you too much on that. I just hope that this fight ends up on the ground and we get to see these guys go at it because they're both very talented on the ground. So let's move on to the next one. I think we're almost to the main card here. Oh my God, I think we are on the main card. And after this fight, whoo, we got the Rebus fight. Anyway, we got Frank Camacho versus Manuel Torres. Let me just quickly say that Frank Camacho, to me, looks fantastic. He had the big necklace on, looked in shape. I know he hasn't fought in a couple years, but he said he's cleaned some things up in his striking, in his wrestling, everything, and he looked the part. Did anybody else think that Camacho looked fantastic? To me, when he fights, he looks like Robbie Lawler when he fights. He kind of fights like Robbie Lawler too. But Robbie Lawler, when he starts going and throwing bombs, that dude is throwing bombs. And Frank Camacho is the same way. Frank the Crank Camacho. How do you guys see this fight going? Frank, put 1 in the chat for Frank, 2 for Manuel Torres. Manuel Torres had the Contender Series fight where it was basically Herb Dean won him the fight. He had an eye poke. And the fighter was like, ow, my eye. And like is like looking at Herb Dean like, hey, ow. Hey, ow. Like he just poked me in the eye, and Herb Dean did his like little like where he's like you always Herb Dean is like every time something happens, either an eye poke, a groin strike, Herb Dean does that thing where he like goes in to stop it, and then he's like, even like if there's like a weird like somebody gets knocked down, he's like he doesn't know what to do. So that guy's like, hey, Herb, motherfucker just poked me in the eye. Can you do something? And Herb did and then Manuel Torres comes up with a head kick, and the guy's like, hey, still poked in the eye here, guy. And Herb's like, well, he just kicked you. I don't know what to do. I can't stop it now. He just kicked you in the face. And then Manuel Torres jumped all over the guy and finished him. So, I mean, it was a decent finish. There was a little bit of a Herb Dean situation there. So that's how Manuel Torres got to the UFC to this point. If I'm Manuel Torres in this fight, I blitz Camacho early. He had the 2-year layoff. He hasn't fought in a while. Didn't look great in his last fight. If you blitz him early, don't let him get into the flow of the match. I think that's his easiest path to victory. But as this fight goes on, if Camacho really has cleaned up the things that he said he's cleaned up, and he does carry that power, I picked Frank on this side. I mean, how do you guys feel about this? There's a couple 1s, a couple 2s. This is probably a pick-em fight, honestly. Frank missed weight his last fight too. Obviously, he had no issues. Looked great on the scales on Friday. He says he's cleaned everything up. You know, let's go straight into the bets here on this fight because I'm interested to see if there's any good some value that you guys see that you guys can help me out with on this fight. I'm getting so we talked about food, and I'm starving now, man. I am starving. He does like an NBA step back 3 move. Yeah, it's crazy. Herb just has no idea what he's doing. So let's scroll through here. Torres still the favorite. Does not go the distance at -280. Holy shit. They think that this is going to be a finish. And how do they see it? Round 1 by Torres +250. +400 for Torres in the first round. So they think that basically what this is saying is Torres is the favorite. It doesn't go the distance. And the odds are saying first or second round for Torres. I think Camacho is probably going to surprise some people. I think Camacho's going to surprise some people, guys. He's got some big power. Let me see. I'm just scrolling through here and trying to talk and read. Camacho +750 first round. Is there like a so sometimes it's weird. Sometimes they have, and this is just Bet Online. We have other affiliates too. WeWantPicks.com/bet. Sign up. We'll send you a free $50. I do a lot of mine on Bet Online. A lot of times sometimes they have by submission and sometimes they don't. And then sometimes they have like they have points here. Sometimes they have by KO, TKO. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes you got to take the rounds. I would stay away from all this stuff. Let's see. This is interesting, I guess. -140. All Frank has to do is win a round, but they don't think that it's going to go to a decision anyway, so that bet's kind of off the distance. This one's kind of offbeat too because they don't think it's going to go the distance, so these are kind of a wash. You know, here's your inside the distance. That's probably better value. So the odds makers are saying we don't think this goes the distance, right? And we think Manuel's going to win. So we think Manuel's going to win. We don't think the fight's going to go the distance. So if you want to combine those two and just take Torres at +100 to win inside the distance, that's probably the best value. Yo, Sergio, why do you keep getting slammed by that bot? What does it say? Please refrain from posting links. Are you posting links, Sergio? What the hell's going on here, buddy? Come on, clean it up, man. That's probably the best value. I'm on the Frank side. So if I'm playing Frank on this side, I probably just play the money line, honestly. Maybe inside the distance because he does have real power. Honestly, if you're playing either one of these sides, tell me if I'm being stupid here. But the fight goes the distance? No. So everyone thinks that it does not go the distance. So you might as well just pick your side right here instead of taking money line, right? Because the odds are that one of them is going to win inside the distance. So instead of getting minus 133 or plus 113, you can get plus 100 or plus 240. So pick your side. I would choose one of those inside the distance. Probably Frank at plus 240. Maybe just the money line just in case. But people don't think it's going to go the distance. So that is what it is. Let's move on to what everyone is waiting for. I mean, everyone is just so excited for this next fight, guys, because it is going to be one of the biggest massacres you have ever seen in your life. We have Caitlin Chukagian versus Amanda, my wife, Ribas. I actually took her last name. Had no issues doing it. She didn't even ask me. I'm like, I'll take that. I'll take that last name. I know a lot of people are on Caitlin. And every time that people are saying, oh, Caitlin's going to win, I know. Amanda Ribas is lock of the week. She's going to win this fight. And everyone that is picking Caitlin, congratulations, you are picking the favorite. So don't come at me and be like, oh, I'm picking, Caitlin's going to dominate. She should win. Right? She's almost a 2-1. What are the odds now? She's almost a 2-1. Ooh, closing a little bit. She is a minus 165 favorite. Now, she's supposed to win. Is she going to win? Absolutely not, guys. She is not going to win this fight. I'll tell you that. I was going to be a little worried. I'm not worried at all. Right now, I'll tell you right now, I'm not worried at all. I'm 100% never been so confident in my life in Amanda Ribas in this fight. Am I biased because she's my wife? No, I don't think so. I think I'm being very justified in how I see this fight. I was going to be a little bit worried, a 0.25% worry rate, if Caitlin came up in face-offs and was like 8 or 9 inches taller than Amanda Ribas. Then I'm looking at this like a little bit of like, oh, you know. But when you watch those face-offs, here, I'll pull up the picture. If you guys haven't seen the picture, 1 second here, and I'll let you know. So everyone's like, "Oh, Caitlin's way too big. Caitlin's way too." That's everyone in the comments. I don't think Angelo said it, but a lot of people are like, Caitlin is just way too big. Way too big. She's gonna dominate. She's way too big. Let me pull up this picture, guys. Here's the picture. You tell me. I mean, look at that. Oh my God! Look how big Caitlin is. Oh, she's so much bigger. Oh, she's gonna dominate. Oh, she's so much bigger. Get the fuck out of here. They're almost the same size. Ribas is going to be much stronger, looking like Carson Wentz out here. 6 months ago, that might have been a compliment. Now we'll talk about. I'm a Colts fan, so we don't talk about Carson Wentz anymore. But a lot of people were talking about Caitlin's length and her size. Her length is probably still going to be an issue. I will be real. It's going to be hard for Amanda to close that gap, but Amanda struggles with people that have real power. Caitlin does not have real power. If she brings in that aggression that she came into the fight with against Jennifer Maia, I think that's going to be to her disadvantage. So Caitlin previously in her fights was just one of those fighters that just gonna point fight you. A little bit of a Stephen Thompson, but a much worse version of it. She would just punch air half the time. Her corner is yelling like, "Great shot, Caitlin! Great shot, Caitlin!" She's not even punching anyone, and she wins decisions that way. Her last fight, and that's why I hate her. I don't hate anyone as like a person, but as her fighting style, I couldn't stand it. Last fight against Jennifer Maia, she was aggressive. She was a very, very different Caitlin. I think she flipped a switch in her head that said, "Oh my God, I'm a top 5 fighter now. I need to put on a show to get a title shot," because nobody wants to fight. Nobody wants a title fight like we just saw with Rose and Carla Esparza. Jesus, I don't know why I couldn't think of her name. Nobody wants to see that style of fight, and that's usually a Caitlin fight. It's just dancing around, not doing anything, and winning a point decision. So I think she realized, I need to be more aggressive to get that title shot, which was great versus Jennifer Maia. She came out aggressive, was pressing forward, was landing shots, and was doing well. If she brings in that same game plan versus Amanda Ribas is just going to go underneath the shots, body lock her, judo black belt, and get her to the ground and dominate her on the ground. If Caitlyn wants to win this fight, she needs to be the old, boring Caitlyn. She needs to be the one that's just dancing around, keeps Amanda at distance. I still think Amanda's going to be able to close the distance even if she tries to fight that style. But that's her best path to victory is just dance, 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 dance. Touch Amanda, touch Amanda, touch Amanda, and don't get in those body lock situations. Because the second that Amanda gets the fight or gets a body lock, Amanda's going to take her and throw her outside the octagon, and the fight's going to be over, and she's going to get thrown in jail for really destroying Caitlyn's life altogether. So Amanda is going to close the distance. She's going to get her hands on Caitlyn, and I can't wait. I mean, you guys, I don't know why you guys hate Amanda Ribas so much or why you guys are so high on Caitlyn, but I can't. This is going to be my favorite lock of the week. When Amanda wins and dominates this fight, you're not going to hear the end of it. You are not going to hear the end of it. I don't know if you guys know. I'm very self-aware. When you guys put, because some people don't like me, and that's fine. When you guys put in the comments like, oh my God, this guy's so annoying. This guy's so annoying. I get it. I know I'm annoying. I'm very out there. I know that I can be annoying. You guys don't know how annoying I am going to be when Amanda Ribas wins this fight. It is going to be, I'm going to try and get, how many subscribers do we have now? Almost 6,000 subscribers. I am going to try and get 6,000 people to unsubscribe because of my video next week when Amanda Ribas wins this fight. It is going to be crazy. I'm going to enjoy this a whole lot. So I'm obviously Amanda Ribas all the way. I'll show you guys the bets that I have. Let me get to this. Where is the fight? Let's see if these odds, you know, these odds were very interesting. They opened, Amanda opened as a plus 180. It got bet all the way down to plus 110, plus 120. It was almost a pick'em fight, and then they started getting a little bit wide again. Where the hell did they fight? Did they take it off the books? Oh, there it is. I was like, oh my God. I think that, because the bookies watch it, and the money moves once I make a lock, the money starts moving. Let me switch screens here. So I have a money line bet on Amanda, 2 units. I got it at plus 125 because the odds were moving fast. So I grabbed it at plus 125. I think they moved all the way to plus 110. Now they're back to 145. The other one I placed for this, which I think a lot of people agree with, is inside the distance decisional action. If this finds its way to the ground, Amanda Ribas is very, very dangerous and can finish the fight. We saw Vivi finish Caitlyn. Caitlyn's last fight, she got finished. Look at me in the eyes. Caitlyn's last fight, she's the #1 contender. Her last fight, she got finished. In the second round, she tapped to a submission. Amanda Ribas is very, very dangerous on the ground. She was taking down Mackenzie Dern. Nobody does that. You don't want to go to the ground with Mackenzie Dern. Amanda Ribas said, let's do it, and let's see what happens, and won that fight versus Mackenzie Dern. If this goes to the ground, Amanda Ribas could win this fight. If you think that Caitlyn is going to point her way to a victory, but you want to play the Amanda Ribas side, this is the safest bet you can place in my mind. If Caitlyn wins a boring decision, you're going to get your money back. If Amanda wins inside the distance, you get minus 110 odds. So you don't get quite the odds for plus 145, but if Caitlyn wins by decision, which the odds makers say, minus 230 goes the distance, minus 170, the odds makers are saying Caitlyn's probably going to win by decision, you're going to get your money back. But if Amanda wins by submission or whatever, minus 110 for that. So that's probably, keep the same energy if she loses to, buddy, you have not been tuned in. I keep this same energy no matter what. I own up to all of my losses. I don't give a shit. I will bring the same energy all the time. I had Joel Alvarez as my lock of the week to beat, it's Armin. The dude got his face destroyed inside of 30 seconds. Wasn't even close. That was an awful pick. I got caught up. I drank the Kool-Aid for that fight, and that was awful. So yeah, I will always keep the same energy. Unlike a lot of you clowns out there that, you know, that's why I started making a lot of lock of the week, or I started doing lock of the weeks. Post your lock of the week. If you have an issue with my lock of the week, Let me know who your lock of the week is. It's got to be an underdog. Let me know in this right now. So Amanda Ribas is my lock of the week. Right now, everyone type who your underdog lock of the week is. One underdog on this card who you consider an absolute lock. Let me know before you start talking trash about Ribas. So I have this bet. I have the money line bet. I got it at plus 125. And I also took a flyer submission bet for Amanda Ribas. I think I only put like 0.3 units on it. Something like that. So I have a submission. I have money line. Because I always put, when it comes to lock of the week, guys, I put my money where my mouth is. I put everything where my mouth is. Not like I don't, mostly my yeah, let me know what your lock of the week is in the comments below. I'm Amanda Ribas all the way. Angelo has Caitlyn. I think he has bets on Caitlyn too. So if you guys want Angelo's pick on this, he's on the Caitlyn side. He bet the Caitlyn side. I'm on the Ribas side. We're split on this. Amanda Ribas lock of the week in just a couple hours. See me on Twitter, and it'll be nonstop gloating when Amanda Ribas finishes her. So we got some lock of the weeks here. We got Camacho. We got Cutelaba. Cutelaba is the favorite. That's what I'm saying, guys. He is a 2-1 favorite. Cutelaba cannot be your lock of the week. He is a favorite. He is supposed to win. Okay? That's not how this works, guys. And you can't pick multiple. There's no, I can't stand when people are like, well, I think this, and this. No. One person, an underdog, put it in the comments. Do you all know for sure who's going to win? Absolutely not. These are fistfights, my friend. Nobody knows for sure about anything. And really, the biggest favorite on this card is Nick Maximov. And a lot of people, I don't want to say a lot of people, but people think he's going to lose. So the biggest favorite is Nick Maximov against a very dangerous opponent. If you're always looking for locks, like actual locks, it's so tough in MMA. So tough in MMA. You even saw Chimaev against Gilbert Burns was a huge favorite. Everyone said he was a lock. That was a barn burner fight. You never know. Never know in fighting. So let's move on here, guys, to the next fight, which is Davey Grant versus Louis Smolka. Louis Smolka with the Max Holloway hair. He weighed in on Friday, and I'm like, who the hell is this guy? I'm like, that's Louis Smolka? Anybody else see that? Let me look at these bets real quick for this fight, because this is I think that these odds are a little bit crazy on this fight. Did they move at all? Let me see. Minus 270, so they came down just a little bit. He had a hairpiece on. Yeah, so Louis Smolka, if you guys don't know about Louis Smolka, very dynamic striker, decent on the ground as well. Had never been knocked out before until his last fight, and he got absolutely flatlined. He was trying to do like a little Muay Thai clinch, got a little too aggressive with it. Guy came with a tight right shot, and he just got dropped on his face. I think he actually got hit on the ground as he was laying face down on the ground as well. So not a good situation. You never know how people are going to respond after they've been knocked out. Not only how are they going to respond with their chin, like is their chin going to hold up again? We don't know. But how do they respond as a fighter? Louis Smolka is known as like a pressure fighter. Not like a super pressure fighter, but he's a guy that wants to keep moving forward and push the pace. Once you've been knocked out before, it can switch your game plan. You can be a little hesitant to move forward, especially against a guy that has the power and the wild striking as Davey Grant. Angelo mentioned he came into the UFC as a wrestler, as a grappler, but now just kind of throws bombs, dude. And this guy throws bombs and can flatline people. And this could be a bad matchup for Louis Smolka. If Louis Smolka wants to win this fight, I think he needs to keep Davey Grant on his back foot. I don't know if he's going to be able to keep Davey Grant on his back foot. And that power scares the shit out of me. I like Louis Smolka. I want to pick Louis Smolka, but the safe play in this fight is going to be Davey Grant. And let's look at the odds on this. Yeah, this looks like it's going to be an inside the distance fight as well. The odds have it. Minus 260 does not go the distance. Davey Grant by KO TKO is plus 105. Yeah, Smoka is kill or be killed. I mean, that's basically what it comes down to. And for a while there, you couldn't kill the guy. You could not finish him. Now he's been finished. He's plus 1,000 for KO TKO for Luis Smoka. Round 1, Davey Grant is plus 190. So the odds makers are basically saying we do not trust Luis Smoka and his chin at this point and the way that he fights. I mean, round 1 by KO for the favorite, does not go the distance. I mean, that's what it comes down to. If you went inside the distance, it's minus 135 for Davey Grant. If you think Luis Smoka is going to survive and win a round, plus 160, I wouldn't trust that. Inside the distance, this is no action, is minus 350. So this is going to be a Davey Grant play all the way. Unfortunately, I'm a Smoka guy. If he wins, that would be awesome. But it's Davey Grant at this point. It's hard to trust. Hard to trust Luis Smoka. So I'm Davey Grant on this. If Smoka comes out and is the same fighter he used to be, he could win this fight. If this is Luis Smoka before he got knocked out, this is probably more of a pick'em fight. This might be like a minus 150 for Davey Grant, but you just never know with Luis Smoka at this point. You don't know how people respond to that. So, Davey Grant's definitely the play on this fight, but if Luis Smoka comes out and looks like this Luis Smoka of old, this could be one of those surprises. So a lot of people, like somebody asked, who's the biggest lock on this card? Who do you think is going to win? It might be Davey Grant in this fight, but at the same time, Luis Smoka, if he comes out, who knows? Grant could run in and get submitted. Absolutely. I mean, that's why we love MMA, guys. That is why we love MMA. Anything could happen at any moment. So let's move on here to the co-main. Oh, whoops. We have Jan Cutelaba and Ryan Spann. Listen, I was excited for the weigh-ins, for the face-offs. Cutelaba always does some wild stuff. Always does some wild stuff at the face-off. He tamed himself for this fight. Ryan Spann had the glasses on, looked like he was trying to be not distracted for whatever Cutelaba was about to do. I think Cutelaba, and I said this on Tuesday live stream, I think that Cutelaba is one of those Michel Pereira guys that's super, super talented. And if he could just reel in the craziness, could be one of the top guys in this division. Michel Pereira, super, super talented. Michel Pereira, also a guy that does wild striking, but has very good wrestling and grappling that he really never uses, but is starting to use now. Cutelaba, it seems like he's kind of making that turn as well, from super crazy, trying to knock everyone out. You saw him against Ankalov trying to just throw bombs and knock this dude out, to, okay, I know I can out-wrestle most people in my division. Let me just do that, right? I think he comes out and knows if I just tighten it up a little bit and win, I don't want to say boring decisions because he is nasty on top with his elbows and his ground and pound. But if I can just tighten it up a little bit, win a few in a row, I can be in the title shot conversation. Cutelaba is the much better fighter in this matchup, but we've seen him get knocked out. We've seen him get crazy. If he tries to get crazy with Ryan Spann in this matchup, it could be issues. If Cutelaba gets flatlined by Ryan Spann, it could be issues. But if if Cutelaba comes in with his game plan, let me get some takedowns, let me mix in the striking a little bit, not get too crazy. This is a Cutelaba fight all the way. I unfortunately, I like Ryan Spann. I like Cutelaba as well, but I just don't see anywhere really where Ryan Spann's going to win this fight. We can quickly look at the odds here to see what the odds makers say. Where's this fight? Oh my God, I'm on the full screen. Let's see, Cutelaba, Ryan Spann. Does not go the distance, minus 400. Yeah, over 1.5. So Jesse saying over 1.5 at plus 115. We got that one right here. If you're interested in that one, that could be interesting, especially if Cutelaba is using the wrestling. That's probably, Jesse, honestly, that's probably the best value you're going to see here. Over 1.5. If Cutelaba shoots a takedown, Ryan Spann's able to survive the ground and pound, that's probably the best bet. Lock of the week is Amanda Ribas, and she actually just went into the future earlier today, and she wins by second round submission. So congratulations to Amanda Ribas for the big victory. So if Spann survives the first round, I think Yana's in trouble. Could be. Let's move on to the main event, guys, because I am starving and I got to pee so bad. I literally got to pee so bad. Main event time. Jan Blachowicz versus Alexander Rakic. Put 1 in the chat if you think Jan's going to win. Put 2 in the chat if you think that Rakic's going to win. Rakic is now I think the odds got a little bit wider here. Let's see. Minus 200, so a little bit wider here. I'm on the Jan side, but I understand everyone that is feeling the Rakic side. The guy looks like he's ready. Looks like it's a changing of a guard type fight, but Jan and that Polish power, man, that is something to behold. So I'm hoping for a Jan flash knockout, but if Rakic wins in the way that he wins, I'm not going to be upset about it at all. The face-offs was kind of weird. The angle that they had on the face-off video, it looks like Jan was like making out with Rakic. I was like looking at it and I was like, wait, what's going on? At the stream, the angle was very, very weird. But I'm hoping that the Jan shows up, puts on a performance. Even if he loses, I hope it's not in a poor performance. I hope he shows up, maybe gets a couple takedowns or whatever, shows off that power. I'm picking Jan with the Polish power, but if Rakic just kind of dances around and kickboxes him and wins a decision, that doesn't surprise me at all either. So, here's the odds here. Rakic by KO TKO plus 250. This might be the best value, plus 400 for the plus 170 underdog, because it feels like if Jan is going to win, it's probably going to be by KO TKO. Here's the inside the distance decisional action for Jan, plus 135. That might be the best bet. Plus 135. If this goes to a decision and Jan is just getting out kickboxed the whole fight, he does have that Polish power. Plus 135 to knock out the lights of Rakic. Interesting there. A lot of different prop bets in here for the main events. They usually do that for Bet Online. So, anyway, I think that's a stream, guys. I want to appreciate you guys watching. Guys, my bladder is like literally about to explode 100%. So I want to thank you guys for watching. We were at this about 2.5 or 1.5 hours here, a little bit short. It's a little bit shorter card. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Like the stream if you haven't. Subscribe if you're new and you enjoy the screen. My name is Jacob. We do breakdowns every Tuesday, every Friday. We do all sorts of content and stuff. So Lock of the Week, Amanda Ribas. And I'm out of here, guys. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Enjoy your Saturday. Enjoy the fights tonight. It's been a lot of fun. Let me know in the comments below if there's anything we can do different or whatever. So I appreciate you guys, and I'm out of here.